In 1981, I took a group of students from the University of Minnesota down to Ensenada, Mexico, as part of a program that was called Winter Quarter in Mexico. It was a smart way for all of us to beat winter for at least 3 months. We had a program going for several years. So this was in Ensenada, and it was all at a place called the Puesta del Sol, with an old kind of rickety motel. But it was a perfect place for a bunch of art students and me to sit down and do interesting things. And I remember one morning getting up. It was end of March was coming along, and I was sitting there on a kind of rickety patio overlooking the Pacific Ocean, thinking in front of a trailer that was kind of had a port list, kind of like the Rockford trailer of the film and of the TV series. And I was sitting there holding a cup of coffee, looking out, thinking, this is really wonderful, and it's going to end in about 2 weeks. We have to go back to Minnesota. Now, at that time, I was considered, a medium-ranked faculty member in the department. But working in the department, I've told people this before, it was like working at the Kremlin. There was a coterie of senior professors whose idea of art was extremely limited, which was a contradiction in the whole idea of what art is. And they ran the department. And I thought, I've got to go back to work with these guys. God, what a victim I am. And then, like the cartoons, this light bulb goes up over my head. And I thought, they're not that smart. You're not that smart. Go back there and just wait for them to step on the plank. And when they do, pull the cord. And so I got back to Minnesota, and I talked with some colleagues of mine, one who lives right over here now, a colleague who's a terrific ceramic artist. And I said, look, it's time for these guys to go. They're not doing the department any favor. They're not doing our students any favors. Let's just get rid of them. They're all tenured. Well, let's just wait for them to be stupid. And we did. And in 2 years, they were all gone. They were not bright guys when it came to knowing how to behave themselves in the department. The dean asked one to leave. Another one said things during a faculty meeting to one of our faculty, or one of our students who was a woman who was a mother and was married, very talented artist, suggested in fact that she could return to her homemaking duties and not be bothered with art. That guy was gone in no time at all. So it just eviscerated the clique that was running the department. And the downside of this was not, we suddenly realized we were senior faculty. Now it was our job to make this place work. Right. So we settled down to do it. And that occurred about 15 years into my tenure. I was there about 40 years, off and on with trips there and other teaching gigs. But we began to really take seriously the project in front of us, building the department. It had a good reputation, but our facilities were abysmal. It was an old warehouse. We didn't have funding. We didn't have money. We had no equipment for photography or filmmaking. And in 5 years, we were able to get enough momentum going in our community and former students to begin doing great projects. We started doing fundraisers. We did seminars. Jesse Ventura was governor of Minnesota about the time we were ready to get a new art building going. We needed funding from the legislature to do this, but we had the architects lined up. We had the dean on our side. We had everyone behind us. We just had to get it to the legislature. So you may remember the famous moment when Jesse was asked a question by some reporters about an issue that was coming up, and Jesse said something to the effect that I don't know about that right now. I ain't got time to read. So we had buttons made up that said, "We ain't got time to plead," and showed up at the legislature en masse. And because the legislature, by and large, were so pissed off at Jesse, they passed it hands down. It was done. We got a new art building. We got this great facility. We had a shopping list that was Christmas. And at that time, my discipline of photography was making a transition from silver to digital. And we needed computers. We needed large format printers. We needed digital cameras. And we got it all. And had a great facility, great space. And so it was nice to retire eventually, knowing that we brought the department from a kind of squalid warehouse on one side of the campus to this really nice building. It's still going strong. Fabulous gallery, plenty of space, plenty of facilities. And so it was nice to retire having done it.